What's up with it, man? Welcome to Alpaca TV. You know what I'm talking about? I'm your host, KZ the Cobbler. And today's show, we're going to discuss what is the difference between a fraternity, sorority, and a gang. Now, this stems from me, putting my ear to one of my elders, Neely Fuller Jr. If you ever never heard of Neely Fuller Jr., I think you should probably put your mind to it, man. At this day and age, he's a 93-year-old man who sat back and observed, let's say, all the things that's been happening around as far as societal aspects. And he breaks down the 9 aspects of society and the thing that occurs all the time, unbeknownst to our knowledge and things that we are aware of. He breaks it down in such detail that it makes you peel back and think about what's really going on in the grand scheme of things. So, he just asked a question that I just asked, and I posed the same question. So check out what he had to say right now.
And since I just mentioned something about fraternities, this nonsense about hazing, I want to say something about that right now, the night that I thought about it. How in the world did black people ever adopt anything like that? Anywhere. You're going to beat on somebody in order to be initiated, you say, into an organization? When black people have been beat on ever since there's been black people on the planet. Beat all across the Atlantic slave trade. Beat, Kunta Kinte, over and over again. And then you go, in a sophisticated university, you're going to say something about, well, we have to initiate you by taking you through some trials of being beat on and humiliated and treated like a dog. No, it should be just the opposite. You should welcome the person into the fraternity by showing them all the constructive things that you do and tell them to embrace all of that. That's if you're doing anything constructive in the first place. Otherwise, you don't have any business having a fraternity if you're not doing anything constructive.
So in the video, as you heard, he says, why do you have to beat on me for me to be a part of your brotherhood? And this is the same thing as with gangs. So you get initiated into gangs, they have to beat you. And in the gang is under the claim of love. But when it comes to initiating into a frat or sorority, it's under the guidelines of you going through trials. And I guess things that putting you through the dirt so you can get through the fire to become what they deem as worthy. Now, I myself, I've never seen the point, to join it. Now I know there are benefits to joining fraternities and sororities when it comes to a personal thing as far as like connections and networking. Now I understand that aspect. But overall, like what has it really done for the community besides it being a big party? Or for someone to say that they're part of a brotherhood and at the end of the day, it's pretty much for personal things. And on the flip side, a gang, it has a more negative connotation than a frat does. Because the frat, of course, they're elevating within life. And in gangs, like, if you look at it like they're elevating within life, but most of the time it has something to do with drug dealing, killing, keeping the neighborhood down, Now, looking up to a fraternity or a sorority as a young person could be something deemed as good, of course, because the benefit packages that come with it as far as like the elevation within your careers and just being able to have mentors and grow within the brotherhood. And on the flip side of the game, they can do the same thing. They grow within brotherhood. But most of the time, it's on the negative spectrum. But when it all is said and done, neither one really provides anything for the community. Neither one really provides focus on uplifting the community. You understand what I'm saying? And so the base question is really, why do you have to beat on someone for them to be a part of your brotherhood or your sisterhood? Why is that the same thing? There's no different. One is just legalized and one is illegal. But that's my take on that. What do you think? What is the difference between a gang and a fraternity or sorority? Thank you. Ha! It's them three and y'all be y'all. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think, man.